All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out here today. Audience members, members of the media, thank you for coming. Today we are going to share with you some truly shocking information, some really groundbreaking stuff brought to our attention. Brought to our attention by Dr. Prober here to my right. This is truly groundbreaking stuff. It gives us real insights on how the government goes about targeted assassinations in the age of bird drone surveillance. This is really crazy. I mean, I have no doubt that this will be on the front page of Twitter tomorrow. This will be #1 on all the social media platforms. This will be on international news headlines across the world, and is going to be really something to see. So, with that, I'm going to head right into it. We were approached by Dr. Prober here just last week about a patient who was brought into his office sustaining highly unusual injuries. These injuries happened due to a vicious hummingbird attack. That's right, a hummingbird attack. Dr. Prober came to us after he was confronted with this, which was the right thing to do. He had never seen anything like this before, understandably. So we did some digging, we put our researchers on it. Turns out Randall here, the victim, had come out publicly as a bird truther just about a week before the attack. This is very concerning to us, clearly, as the Birds Aren't Real movement, that truthers are now being targeted in the streets when speaking out for what they believe in. So with that, I'm going to pass the torch to Dr. Prober, who's going to go into detail on the attack, the injuries sustained. He'll be speaking on behalf of Randall here, who clearly can't speak for himself right now, unfortunately. So with that, Dr. Prober, take it away. Thank you.
Life is a highway. Hi, I'm Dr. T.T. Prober, medical degree. I'm very glad to be speaking to all of you here, as well as to the tens of thousands of you joining us in the digital age. Some of you may recognize me from my show, which I do online on youtube.com, 8 p.m., Little Bits, TT's Tips. That's 8 p.m. Central. Feel free to subscribe. If you're not familiar with my show, by the way, I try to put little tips such as what to do, how to live, vitamin deficiency, how to craft homemade remedies for various diseases.
Thank you, Dr. Prober. Thank you for introducing yourself. Great introduction. Now that we're all acquainted, this concludes the introduction segment of the press conference, and now we're going to move on to the meat of it, and Dr. Prober is going to get into the injuries sustained by Randall, the victim, by hummingbirds. So if you want to get into that, that'd be great.
Yes, I'm joined here by my patient, Randall Lewis, who suffers from, well, I'm here to talk on his behalf.
About what? What are you here to talk about?
His condition.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. I'd known Randall from before in a previous chapter of my life, which I've since closed. I can't say a whole lot about this, but let's just get this straight. I'm not Remy Bester anymore. Okay, I've got a new name. I've got a new attitude. I've got a new practice, and I've got a new YouTube channel. That's 8 p.m. Central, Little Bits, TT's Tips.
Let's not talk about. Hey. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and take the lead on this press conference. It's good for you all to meet Dr. Prober here. Regardless, I know all the details. Randall Lewis here was viciously attacked by a pack of hummingbirds last week. Dr. Prober brought him to us. It was disgusting. It was disturbing. I mean, you should have seen it. He was essentially like a human pincushion with how many of them were all around him, all over him.
We're getting there. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
Well, then, if you're going to get to it, then get to it. Talk about it. I just think.
Randall and I, a long time ago, worked together in consumer electronics.
Okay.
And,
Hey. Could we do this together? Could we just, could we do this together? Maybe.
Okay.
How about this? We're going to do a question and answer segment with Dr. Prober here, where I'm going to ask a question. He's going to answer it specifically just on what it's about. What happened to Randall Lewis last Tuesday? What happened, specifically what happened to him?
I'm getting it.
Well,
And
get there.
in fact, I'd be done if somebody would stop interrupting me.
Not
Right
that.
before the incident, Randall had been active online with regard to an alleged discovery, a claim he'd made, with regard to the expenditures of the United States Armed Forces, and it came to his attention that billions and billions of dollars were being spent on, or ostensibly so, on bird drone
ostensibly so. It's a fact.
surveillance apparatus. Right. So he started a YouTube channel to get the word out, and he was uploading around 13 videos per day. I had to mute him on Facebook. Then, about a week after he began posting, I got a call from his mother, Sue, that an accident had happened in the kitchen garden. Apparently, she was reporting that he was attacked by several small flying objects, which I later determined were birds. I have a video on ocular analysis on my YouTube channel that's a little bit
Okay.
CT tips.
Hey, how about we don't
Wednesdays
talk about,
at 8 p.m. We are led to believe then that he was attacked by a swarm of hummingbirds.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Prober. Maybe just one more question about the injuries. Maybe just give us some specifics about the injuries sustained by Randall during the time.
Oh, yes. Well, by the time he got to me, he was more feather than flesh. He was almost dead. He had let me see here. He had all kinds of injuries, global force trauma, a pulled chest muscle, a swollen blue, heart rate, severe complications. It took hours to pluck all of them off.
Wow. Okay. Hours to pluck off all the hummingbirds. Thank you very much, Dr. Prober. I'm going to go ahead and take it over from here. I'm going to go ahead and take it over. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Dr. Prober. Folks, this is where we're at as bird truthers in this supposedly free country. It's a myth. It's an illusion. Patriots are being mauled in the streets when coming out for what they believe in. Reminds me of the words of the Reverend Robert F. Kennedy, who said, each time a man stands up for an ideal, each time a man stands up for an ideal, he will face adversity. He will.
Can I just
no,
say?
I'm talking right now. No,
Before we go, I just want to say that I've developed a formula to return him to health.
No. Hey,
a formula. So Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central.
No. Hey! This is not about TT's tips. This is not about your YouTube show. This is not. This is not about TT's tips. I think we all know that. This is not about this guy's YouTube show. We're all here. All of us took precious time out of our day to come here about a historical assassination attempt that happened to Randall
out
here.
Of my day too.
Well, all time out of our days.
Yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm here to. I'm trying to keep us on track. I'm trying to keep us
for himself.
Well, he can't speak for himself because he was attacked. I would have never brought you here in the first place if he could speak for himself. We just need to hear what happened. This is blatant disrespect.
Can I just say?
No, you can't.
Can I just say?
No, you cannot.
Say.
No, what?
Just one thing. The only reason I'm here trying to advertise my medicine is to save lives. So Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central.
No! Get off stage!
No, this week I'm taking a deep dive.
Get off stage!
I have a formula.
Get off stage!
I have a formula.
No, walk!
You are pathetic.
I will destroy you! You are pathetic! You get off stage!